welcome to the Express Election 22 pods. In the run-up to polling day on the 22nd of June, we'll be publishing a short statement from each of the deputy candidates in each of the districts. This pod focuses on St Helier Central, where there are 5 seats available. Here are the candidates you can choose from, in alphabetical order.
Hello, my name is Karina Rouse and I am standing in St Helier Central as a Reform Jersey candidate. I would like to start by saying what a pleasure and true honour it has been to serve you over the last 4 years. Prior to being elected, I had a career as a maths teacher in a local secondary school. I also worked as a youth worker and in local GP surgeries as a medical secretary and translator. During the last 4 years, I have worked extremely hard in a variety of roles across the Assembly to ensure that you, the public, are fairly treated and represented. I was a member of the Health and Social Security Scrutiny Panel, where we completed 2 in-depth and extensive reviews of the mental health and maternity services on the island. Both these reviews highlighted major failings and issues in these government services and led to a number of recommendations being made to government. I also set up and led the Political Education and Awareness Subcommittee in order to tackle the lack of political education in schools and the wider community. I was able to receive official approval to trial a new scheme of work on Jersey politics in schools. And finally, in the last year, I was elected Chair of the Privileges and Procedures Committee, which is responsible for the procedures of the State's Assembly, members' facilities and the Code of Conduct. In this role, I was able to successfully implement several important changes, such as ensuring members' conflicts of interest are recorded more accurately and comprehensively, increasing transparency for you, the public. I was also the Vice Chair of the Diversity Forum, as well as part of the COVID Response Community Task Force team. The 3 ways in which I would make my district better are, I would, number 1, protect our green spaces and increase them where possible. Increase community and youth facilities to serve the population of the area, and ensure minimum accommodation standards are met. Aside from issues like housing and the rising cost of living, the single biggest problem that has led to all these things has been government's lack of ability to make tough, timely decisions, a lack of long-term vision and a lack of investment and maintenance in the right places. Places such as community provisions, health and social care, all of which would benefit the whole population and make Jersey an all-round better and healthier place to live. Jersey needs a government made up of members who will listen, members that are united in their objectives and supportive of each other and have a record of working together effectively as a team to achieve the best outcomes. A team which is responsive to the population's needs, proactive, not reactive. If voters support me, they will get somebody who is a doer, solution-orientated, a dedicated, diligent worker who is a team player, proactive, responsive, always approachable and ready to take your call. Please vote for me and the rest of the Reform Jersey team. Thank you.
My name is John Baker. I'm standing as an independent candidate for Deputy for St Helier Central. I was born in St Helier and raised in the Central District as a child. I work in St Helier and I live in St Helier currently. My vision for St Helier is to make it a much more attractive and green place. We have some parks already. We've got People's Park, which I helped save. We've got the Parade Gardens. And then to the east, we've got Millennium Park, which I hope we can extend. But the centre of town, and in particular this particular district, Central, is really crying out for some more green space. You know, for families to come home with their kids from school and be able to say, look, let's go outside and get some fresh air. We need little pocket parks, we need greenery, we need more trees. So I have a big vision to make St Helier a cleaner and greener place. As to island issues, healthcare, I work with the Friends of Our New Hospital group, and we haven't been happy about the plans for this new hospital. It's not fit for purpose and it's too expensive. And with the current increase in building costs, it's going to be a real challenge to build it for the $804 million budget. The Jersey Care model is a UK concept that does not suit our island. Housing, we need to allow our young children to avoid the rental trap. There are many solutions. Jersey needs to speed up and take on some of these modern ideas, modular housing and other innovative solutions. Our tax needs a complete reform. It needs a complete overhaul of concepts such as 010, GST and corporation tax. Agriculture and tourism are sadly in decline. These industries need revitalising. The agricultural industry needs to turn to regenerative, chemical-free farming. So you see, ladies and gentlemen, my background with the parish, and I've worked for over 30 years in an honorary capacity. I'm on the Roads Committee currently and the Accounts Committee, and I will continue my ties directly with the parish. And I think it's very important for the parish to work with deputies. So, as you see, I'm a Jersey boy and my heart is in St Helier. And I hope you will be happy to have me stand and be elected as a deputy for the Central District of St Helier. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
My name is Catherine Curtis and I'm standing for St Helier Central as a Reform Jersey candidate. I've always been interested in politics and was born into a political family. My life has been very interesting, born in Jersey but living in different countries, travelling for business, all while bringing up a family. I've started and run several successful businesses, one which I'm currently handing over to my daughter, which was established in 2003. I founded and was the managing director of a larger business, which I stepped back from in 2020, which has won many national and international awards. I've always been involved in community matters, from helping my friend many years ago to set up Childline in Jersey, to being a foster carer for 5 years, to volunteering as a rates assessor for the parish of St Helier. I live in St Helier, in the district where I'm standing. Here are 3 things I would do to improve my district. Number 1, I support the establishment of a new school. There are not enough places in the current town schools for all the district's children, and with new housing developments in progress, there will be an even greater need. Number 2, I will work hard to get safe walking routes and cycle paths established through St Helier. With a lot more trees, we need to make it a much nicer and safer place to live, with cleaner air. Number 3, with Reform Jersey, I will seek to establish a progressive substance use strategy focused on the principle of harm reduction and ensuring appropriate health care for those with substance use problems. This, I'm hoping, will help those people who I've found passed out due to alcohol abuse on the pavement close to where I live. I've had to call the ambulance several times. Alcohol abuse affects not only the person themselves, but also the wider community. The biggest problem facing Jersey is the housing and cost of living crisis. Because the island is too expensive, we now do not have the staff needed to run things. Not enough healthcare assistants, nurses, GPs, teachers, and many other professions. They can get a better standard of living elsewhere. This could have been prevented by effective government action. Reform Jersey will declare a housing crisis in our first week of office. We will stabilise the housing market by banning above-inflationary rent increases, making government-owned land only available for affordable housing, supporting projects to enable first-time buyers, and other policies as described in our manifesto. If you vote for me, you will get a deputy with experience of managing budgets, team working, initiating new projects, working with international partners, and best of all, being part of a team of committed, hard-working people, Reform Jersey.
Hello, I'm Lindsay Feltham and I am the chairperson of Reform Jersey. I want to represent you in the States Assembly and help you get the government services you need. As a working mother living in St Helier, I understand the day-to-day issues facing working families in St Helier Central. I have over 15 years of public sector experience in Jersey and Australia, and I am also a senior union representative. I believe that this experience will make me an effective and approachable States member. St Helier Central is the most densely populated district and houses a diverse community that needs access to schools and community facilities and safe, well-maintained public open spaces, as many of us do not have gardens. It's also essential that we address air quality issues caused by the high volume of traffic that uses the main access routes into town that cut across the district. Reform Jersey is standing on a platform for change, and we have produced a comprehensive manifesto. This is our contract with voters. If elected to government, we will implement our Housing Crisis Action Plan, which includes rent regulation and support for first-time buyers. We will also bring in a landlord licensing scheme to ensure that rented properties are safe to live in and tenants are protected. I am committed to increasing the minimum wage to a living wage and cutting GST on food and essential items. A Reform Jersey-led government would also work to bring in measures to make it free for you to see your doctor. Government should provide the very best value for the people of our island, and ministers should be accountable for their departments. Waste must be reduced in the public sector to redirect public money to improve frontline services such as mental health, education, family support, and care for people who need it. The 2022 election presents voters with an opportunity to pursue a sea change and elect states members that will put the interests of the whole community at the heart of government decision-making. Reform Jersey is the only political organisation capable of leading such a change. The more Reform Jersey candidates elected, the greater our opportunity to make a difference. I would be honoured to serve you as a states member and ask you to vote for our team on June the 22nd. Thank you.
Hello, my name's Neil Kilby. I'm an independent candidate for St Helier Central. St Helier Central is where I live. It's a fantastic place to live. We've got great access to where most of us live, town, nightlife, and to lots of parks and the beach close by. However, the central area is characterised by low-rise buildings and is densely populated. We also have lots of traffic travelling through the centre of through our district, which means that we need to have public spaces for people to congregate and play and just be able to breathe properly for physical and mental health. In that sense, I'm very much pro the extension of the Millennium Park, but we also need to find other areas. As an independent candidate, I think it's important that we have a States Assembly that is representative of the people and has control over the ministers, and the ministers have control over the various departments of the state. This is really important because we need absolute clarity as to how our island is being run and our money is being spent. In terms of housing, we have something like 2,000 dwellings that could be built on states-owned property, brownfield sites that would not require us to be purchasing the land but using greenfield areas. This is important because we are seeing a tremendous amount of people leaving the island because of extremely high rents and cost of purchases, and we're not even able to attract people like doctors to the island for the amount of money it costs to purchase a property. Jersey should be open for business. Finance is an incredibly well-paid industry. It has a low environmental impact. It is great for jobs. It produces lots of great tax revenue. But it has plateaued. And we need to find alternatives with similar low environmental impact. But we also need to support the broader economy, such as tourism, construction, and entertainment. We also have a very big issue with the Jersey care model. A lot of the doctors and primary care health providers are feeling alienated from the states, which is being the main provider. So we need to make sure that to get a good healthcare system, that all of these people have joined up thinking and working together to make the island as healthy as possible. The lockdown has caused tremendous issues regarding mental health, especially for our children. We need to ensure that mental health is taken seriously so that it doesn't become a greater problem over the coming years. My name's Neil Kilby, I'm St Helier Central Independent.
Hello, I'm Jeff Sullen. I've been a Deputy of St Helier No. 2 District for the past 21 years, and during this time I've worked hard to represent all residents, both collectively in the States and as individuals whenever problems arise. I remain an active member in terms of questions asked and propositions lodged. As a member of Reform Jersey, the only organiser and effective political party in the States, I will continue to promote progressive solutions for the problems we face in society. For too long now, we have suffered from governments whose sole aim has been to protect the needs of the wealthy at the expense of the rest. The current government, despite its promises to reduce income inequality and to improve the standard of living made in 2018, has produced a low-wage, high-rent economy where middle, low and low earners struggle to make ends meet. Pressure from your Reform Jersey deputies has already produced a higher minimum wage and the adoption of a living wage. We intend to replace the minimum wage with the living wage, currently $11.35, before 2026. We shall act on the current investigation into insecure working conditions, such as zero-hours contracts. We shall undertake a thorough examination of employment law to introduce day one rights to respect and protect our workers. In short, I have the energy, enthusiasm, and above all the know-how to continue to fight for social justice. So vote for me as one of the Reform Jersey team in St Helier Central. It's time, I think, to vote for real change, vote for a team, and vote for Reform Jersey.
Oh, hello, I'm Chris Tanguy, a Jerseyman who would be immensely proud to follow in the footsteps of my late uncle Cyril Tanguy, who served for this island as Deputy of St Helier District No. 1 for 18 years in the 60s and 70s. My business is in St Helier, as was Tanguy's Dairy, for those who remember it fondly, I hope. Hence my standing for election in St Helier Central as a member of the Jersey Alliance. It's that time again, once every 4 years, with the beating of the same old election drum and candidates all one way or the other saying the same thing in different ways in an attempt to win your vote. The island, as we all know, has many problems, and these will only be solved by collectively working together as a unit. How Jersey has ever got to this point is inexcusable. The housing and healthcare crises, the constant overspend on capital projects with a lack of accountability and transparency. It worries me that we could end up with a huge youth and brain drain as the next generation face up to the reality of never being able to afford their own home. Housing is a major issue, and we need a clear strategy to provide for current and future needs. We need to support local small businesses, the agriculture and hospitality sector with their staffing problems, and make the minimum wage a living wage. I would like to see work permits extended from the current 9 months to 2 years to allow for continuity in the workplace and security for those who come to work in this our beautiful island. I personally have overcome many challenges in my life, personally or in business, but I have always fought for what I believe to be fair and just. We need to bring a feel-good factor and a vibrancy back to this island. Along with the much delayed regeneration currently being undertaken in Bar Street, I would also like to see an extension to Millennium Park and a clean and a green St Helier for the benefit of all parishioners. I hope we can change the status quo of this and previous governments. To serve in St Helier Central and the island as an elected official would make me immensely proud, and I will always do my best to fight for the good of all islanders. I very much hope I can count on your vote on the 22nd of June.
Hi, I'm Julie Wallman, and I am standing as a Jersey Liberal Conservative candidate for Deputy for St Helier Central. I have built a business from zero. I do understand the unnecessary barriers put up by government that don't need to be put up. Government needs to listen and plan with our people on our island for our long-term policies that matter for our future prosperity. I'm always talking to people from all walks of life, business people, parents, our entrepreneurs, and it's clear we need to connect with all of them and most sectors of our community to ensure value for our money, accountability and action. Jersey has incredible talent and the assets of being a beautiful, beautiful island. Let's really tackle supporting our hospitality industry that in turn supports our agricultural industry. Let's really tackle the social inequality of our island. Let's give those who work hard the chance of a home and a good standard of living so they can thrive and be the best that they can be. I believe the biggest problem facing Jersey will be lack of housing and affordable homes. This new government must listen and above all, make decisions and action those decisions. If I am elected, I will serve the people of Jersey for Jersey.
Hello, I'm Deputy Rob Ward and standing for re-election in the new St Helier Central constituency. I've been a States member for 4 years and worked tirelessly with my Reform Jersey colleagues to bring assembly propositions to improve lives. These include successful propositions to fund a new youth and community centre in the north of town, introduce a £20 yearly bus pass for students, and declare a climate change emergency. I have also protected funding for organisations such as Beresford Street Kitchen and the Jersey Childcare Trust. Most recently, I won a proposition to protect the Gasworks sites from overdevelopment and prioritise it for a much-needed primary school and enable the expansion of the park area. We will ensure that green spaces are a feature across St Helier Central and ensure that we do not have overdevelopment of unaffordable housing that does not serve St Helier residents. This is vital for making the district a better place to live. And I have fought for so much more, including free school meals, increases in the minimum wage, removing duty from biofuels, and landlord licensing to protect tenants and good landlords. The wide Assembly failed to support these measures. Over my first 4 years in the Assembly, I tabled more questions than any other member. I want to continue my work and complete the task of providing schools and youth facilities for St Helier Central constituency. I will drive forward a progressive education agenda, ending the cycle of employing expensive consultants and instead acting to improve opportunities for our young people and enable genuine lifelong learning. We must value our teaching profession rather than creating a culture of micromanagement and constant over-management. I have supported many constituents in a number of areas of specific need. I hold regular drop-in sessions at Springfield and am always available for contact via phone and email. I have campaigned for facilities and offices to support deputies to increase our ability to help our constituents. This is essential for us to maximise our deputy roles and increase our ability to directly support those we represent. By voting for the 5 Reform Jersey candidates in St Helier Central, you enable us to amplify your support and representation in the Assembly. You will have a stronger voice on your side. Reform Jersey is an established political party and we stand for effective government. We have presented a full manifesto detailing our programme that's available on our website. I ask you to vote for me on the 22nd of June, and when you see Reform Jersey on the ballot paper, to give your valuable vote to all of our candidates. Together we will achieve more. We can build a better future and deliver a new deal for Jersey built upon fairness, an economy that works for all, and governance that is open and genuinely accountable. We offer a contract with the public that will prepare Jersey for the challenges of the future. So please vote Reform on Jersey on June the 22nd. I thank you for listening.
So those were the candidates in St Helier Central, where there are 5 seats available. Remember, polling day is the 22nd of June, that's a Wednesday, and the polls open at 8 o'clock in the morning. Stay tuned on election night to bailiwickexpress.com or any of our social channels, and we'll bring you up to date on all the action as it happens. But for now, thanks for listening.